This first question comes from AlexX9434. Thank you for the question.
Alex.
This question is, what's y'all's take on Suno and the $3 million AI artist record deal? Should AI have a place in artistry? I feel like everyone's thinking about this right now. It's like, it's the burning question.
We are cooked.
But I disagree.
No, I also disagree.
Yeah.
Slightly. I think, you want to go? I'll go. You go.
I'll go. No.
See, okay, I feel like my take is pretty simple, right? I think, okay, AI is getting better and better. Obviously, like, it can already make songs that are almost indistinguishable from human songs. Maybe indistinguishable and we don't even know, you know?
Wow.
If it can't now, it's going to be able to
gonna.
really soon.
Yeah.
That said, I believe that what people really connect to in music is the artist. Like, if you show me a song made by Kendrick Lamar and then another song that an AI made trying to replicate the Kendrick Lamar style, I'm going to care more about the Kendrick one. Not even if the AI has better wordplay, better bars, whatever, I still care more about the Kendrick one because of this persona that he's built up. You know, he's a person who I care about hearing what he has to say, whereas, like, I don't care what AI has to say.
Okay, but
Yeah.
to push back on that.
Okay,
To push back on
hit
that.
me.
I think what you're saying has a place. And it's not that AI will completely take over every form of music, but is it possible that the market of music and will be like, will change in a way that AI will take commercial music, background music, scores.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you extend into the future 10 or 15 years.
Yes.
New generations are being born and they're coming. Do they really care about the difference? If a song is hot, isn't it just good?
Sure.
You know?
Well, okay, here's what I'll say about that. I think commercials, things like that, I am with you. That's going to be out. Unfortunately, the
And
people who make music
that's
for
a lot of
commercials.
money. There's a lot of money in syncing. There's a lot of money
Huge.
in
I think
work like that.
those people will be out of a job in a little while, which sucks because, you know, the creativity is a great thing, but, you know, most companies are going to be like, well, why would we pay an artist to do this when we could just ask AI to make a jingle? And AI jingles are going to be so earwormy because they're based on the catchiest things that have ever been made. So,
totally.
you know,
We're going to take over
I'm-
the world.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a concern. But I don't know. I feel like still people want to connect to, even if it's not to a direct person, they want to at least connect to like a character or like something that had some human touch to it. They don't just want, people don't just like songs in a vacuum.
Well, I think
know?
it's a little bit
I
of
don't
what
know.
we've been discussing with, like, when you're an artist, if you're going to make something that's just for the algorithm or just for the, you know, the hit that people can kind of like, you know, make a trend on TikTok.
Right.
Then it has a fleeting nature to it because they're not connecting to you as an artist. You're not inviting them into your world per se.
Right.
They're not part of your world and they're not going back to you because you are doing something. So that's kind of where I feel like AI is going to be, where it's like, hell yeah, I'll listen to it, but it's going to be fleeting. Like, I don't have any.
Is that going to be the case, though, on the side of AI, to play AI advocate here, when there's brands behind AIs and stories behind AI characters, and now there's like a cultural norm and recognition of this AI?
I mean,
I think
yeah,
it's so uncanny valley. Like, there is that.
it is, but Italian brain rot is already a thing. These characters.
Yeah, but
that
that's a
kids
meme,
love.
right?
But yeah.
For how long?
And that's
It's-
for children, I guess.
Right.
Like, if you're a creator that mostly makes music for children, then I feel like maybe, that it is a little bit more dangerous.
The baby shark market will no longer be
yeah.
dominated by people. That will go to AI. I
and
can
you
give
know
you
they're
that.
making money in that market.
Oh yeah,
They're
that's
making money.
yeah.
'cause
The
kids
shark
eat it.
money.
all those little like wheels on the bus videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Coco Melon, all that stuff is probably already mostly
Yeah.
AI.
Coco adios smelling.
But there was
Yeah, I
that
don't
know.
group that was kind of like country music or something. It was like three brothers or something, and they had like a full Spotify like picture of them, and
Oh, yeah?
all the music like sounded, you know, somewhat real, a little empty, but
the fuck, I forget the name.
yeah,
They're
right.
like rockish country band.
Yeah. And once people like started to like really look at the pictures and realize that they weren't people,
Yeah.
they understand, immediately the brain goes like, this is emptier than I once realized. And then I feel like the culture has to change before we can start
Yeah.
to accept things like that.
Yeah.
Because we are immediately pushing back against it.
I mean, I would say there's like a cultural pushback, and after that, is there still how much of that is already inborn, is already natural pushback?
Right.
You know, I would guess it's less than what we're.
But I do think that there is something psychological with like being human that our brains don't like uncanniness.
Right. And like I also just feel like I'm so much more interested in an artist that has something in common with me, like someone I can really relate to. I don't know if AI can.
Well,
like,
okay, but no, because there is the side of people like fully dating AI because AI is the only thing that actually gets them.
Because it actually can force itself to relate to. Yeah,
and it's an echo chamber at that point. If you ask AI to make a song just for you and your special creepy little interests, then no one else can do it except for AI.
And you know, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna push back on myself too because you're saying this like,
oh no,
like
the devil's advocate.
It's alright. We're done. You're the one who's trying to save us, man. We need you to fight
this.
The
ship is going down. The ship is going down.
I'm like, ship is sinking right now. I need you to captain this ship.
Well, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh God.
Because here's the thing, right? Like, I always try to check myself with this because I am an auto-tune rapper at heart. I fucking love auto-tune.
But you use it as a tool, not as a crutch.
Sure, I use it as a tool, but regardless, despite that, there are many people out there who still say auto-tune bad.
Okay.
Auto-tune not real, therefore bad. I'm kind of doing the same thing with AI. Saying AI not real, bad.
Yeah.
So I want to always keep an open mind to the future because in the same way that I'm grateful that people have kept an open mind to autotune and I have fans who like my use of autotune and find it creative and fun, I hope that I can also see the creative and fun things that people do with AI. But I think there's a big difference between using AI in your music in the same way that I use autotune in my music and just like having an empire of AI created music where like, you know, AI is even coming up with the ideas and just pumping it out there and there's not even a human involved.
Can I
there's
give
a
like
difference,
the vision that I see?
Yeah.
I think you're making a good point. I think the only real option if you want to make music sustainably, this is like an extremist opinion, is to be a superstar. Because otherwise the market is only going to shrink based off what AI can do. Like the opportunities to be like a mid-level artist or an artist just like doing things like on a ground level. Maybe you can have local success. I think your options are local or megastar. Yeah. Because that's the only way to like.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. For like playing instruments in public. Like just last night, I was out with Ian. There was a guy playing the saxophone just in public, and he just brought excellent energy to the place. And if that was just like a speaker playing AI generated saxophone music, I would not have given it money.
Right.
You know, but I gave the guy $1. I'm like, this is good. You're doing great. You know, keep it up.
Yeah.
So I think what you said about local or like live, you know, that, I feel like people will always connect more with a real person on the stage because you can really see it then.
And then there's also, of course, there's an exception.
There's an exception.
Because you know what people are doing now? The money-hungry corporations love to take someone who's already died and make them a hologram on a stage.
Yep.
You got ABBA that you can go to. You got Prince. You got Michael Jackson shows that you can go to.
I can't wait to see Beethoven live. That's going to be crazy.
The Fifth Sonata.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So,
but I don't know.
Like that's pretty rare.
I still think that even in the future, if that is commonplace, I still think there's a place for the real person to be on stage.
I agree. I
think people will still enjoy it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it is just a creepy side effect of technology getting better.
My fear is not that it's going to go away. It's just that it would shrink. Like the possibilities will get even smaller.
Do you think that that's already happened though as well? Like we're already starting to kind of have to figure out how to go over challenges like that with TikTok and the fact that the mid-range artist has so much more of an opportunity to truly go viral with like millions of views on a video of a song and still not break through. Because you're saying that the mid section is shrinking, right? With AI, it would shrink.
Like that's where it's gonna like.
I feel like it already has. Well, with like just how available people can become on social media.
And now, but that's what I'm saying though. It
gonna
already
get even
has.
Worse.
Yes. Yeah. Because now it's everyone plus AI.
Plus.
But in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, there was no mid-level artists in that way. There
That's
was no
true.
person with 200,000 monthly listeners
Yeah.
and like a devoted little fan base online. You know, the internet didn't exist.
So
maybe,
thus the trade-off
Yeah,
exists, the
I
catch-22, if you will.
maybe the truth is that there is/was a golden age to be a mid-level artist, and it was like the 2010s, maybe early 2000s a little bit.
I don't know. I disagree with that specific. Maybe like 2015 to
Okay.
like the rise of the beginning of TikTok. You know,
Yeah.
like when TikTok
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just starting to like people would realize that you can become famous on this before it got
Right.
too saturated.
Right.
Because
yeah.
all I heard about was like Britney Spears, One Direction, Justin Bieber. You know,
Right.
in the early
there
2000s.
was no like, oh, do you know this niche artist? And then people say, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like there was none of that.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas now I feel like a lot of friends who I'm in like similar like genre circles with,
right.
I'll bring up a random artist who probably has like 50,000 monthly listeners or whatever, and they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
pretty small.
That's cool.
And that didn't exist in the past. You know.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it's interesting.
But what were you saying before as well with like, using AI as a tool, and you don't want to be too disrespectful about
Yeah.
the concept of what it could be as a tool.
I'm very open to that.
I don't know.
But I like
Because
yeah.
in that regard, you're also maybe if you have like a very specific vision that AI can only like make a sound that we haven't really heard before, or maybe you don't want to, you can't pay yet for, like licensing strange sounds or beats, I guess. And so
Yeah.
you work off of that, and that's like a tool in your music making process.
Mhm.
But you also have to keep in mind, like, it's working off of the backs of other artists who are not getting any recognition, and it's just such a tough, and it's using
Yeah.
water that communities now don't have access to drinking water, and it's just like, it's such a but I do understand, because there is one person who I actually saw as a video creator
Okay.
who is like a huge editor and makes her own, she basically composites a lot of things. So she gets a lot of video film of herself, and then she makes these crazy AI generated backgrounds to add like graphics to her work that, previously she wasn't capable of doing, and maybe didn't have the funds, because she is a rising artist, to like actually hire out a really good graphic designer.
Right.
And there was so many comments that were like, oh, just recognize that this was AI. I'm like undoing my I'm unfollowing or whatever. Like, I thought you were actually creative. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I understand it. I understand the righteousness, and I even agree with the righteousness. But at the same time, like, she clearly put a lot of work into putting it all together. And
to like
So I don't know.
That's where it feels like it's the level of like auto-tune hate that there was in the beginning of auto-tune becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Or just like even having beats made on a computer. People don't like that. People
versus
want
a
real
drum.
instruments. Yeah, things like that.
What are you thinking?
On my end, I think throughout history, the only option you have is to adopt the new technology. And so
people do say that.
for me, I'm trying to do that. So I have this song for Jenna Ortega coming out.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Jenna
AI generating. I'm AI generating a bunch of Jenna Ortega stuff. Right?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
that. And so for me, I'm in trying to find how I can integrate it like that in a way that works for me. I'm just right now using it for things that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
Sure.
Because I'm not gonna have Jenna Ortega in the studio. Now I can hire an actress who dresses Jenna Ortega, but I'm broke, so I can't
that's
really
the
do
thing,
that, right?
is like, so much of this, I think people get a lot of hate off the bat, and you can argue whether or not it's valid, but at the end of the day, like, it does warrant someone to acknowledge the fact that the companies that own so much capital and so much access to whether they allow a really good artist to get to the next level, like, we are up and coming artists. We don't have a big budget that we can throw into this. And it's a privilege to be able to. It is a huge privilege to be able to have money to put into anything, songwriting in general, being able to pay for a DAW if you have one that has a subscription, like all these things where it's like, so yes, I understand that you want to hate on me for using something like AI as a free tool, but remember, there's so many things that I'm having to break through that I don't have access to, that maybe you don't want to put your hate on me as someone who would use it, but rather how difficult the industry is,
Right.
and unfair it is.
Yeah.
for artists who are like us starting out. But I don't know. I don't use AI in any of my workflows, so this is just a counterpoint.
I don't use compute. I use the printing press to make my music.
Yeah.
Whoa, printing press, a little fancy, huh, bro?
Actually, yeah.
Is pen and paper not good enough?
We didn't even get into the fact that like that thing has a contract.
Oh,
Like
right,
that
right.
was
The
an
$3
interesting
million
part.
AI
$3
artist record.
million
Oh, yeah.
dollars?
I'm not aware of this. Have you heard about
No,
it?
I
I am.
Wait,
It's
I
like an
haven't-
R&B.
You know about this?
Yeah, it's an R&B AI
Wow.
artist, and they're basically just making generic
they
love
paying?
music.
Wow.
Yeah, they're the person who's like,
Who's like prompting the
yeah,
AI?
yeah,
$3
$3 million is crazy.
That is crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the market opportunities for artists are just gonna continue to shrink
Yeah.
because now they can just like, and my guess is this is gonna fail. But in the future,
Yeah.
will it? They're gonna figure out the systems and be able to
Yeah.
optimize for profit.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like maybe we as humans can adapt to like what are they doing that they love so much, you know?
What do you mean?
Because is this like an why would they pour so much money into something? Because they could just pour it into a person. So they must think that in the long run it's going to save them money
Did
somehow.
you hear what Timbaland was saying
No.
when he had his AI thing?
No, what do you say?
He pushed an AI artist, and
Mm.
the idea is basically they don't talk back, so you can make it do whatever you want, and there's no human resistance, right?
Bad. Bad.
So now I have a
Ew.
robot slave.
Don't do that.
No, literally.
Bad.
That's
Ew.
Bad.
it's easy, right? You can program it to do whatever you want, no resistance. It's gonna do the thing that you want it to do, and you own it. Yeah.
God.
We're cooked.
I hate that. It's such a visceral
Welcome back to the
degree.
Cooked podcast.
Today we're chefing up our dreams.
But maybe to end it on an optimistic note. Here's what I will say. I do deep down in my soul believe that maybe the one thing that AI can't do better than humans, like if you give it unlimited time to practice and stuff, is to make genuine music that connects with people, or genuine art that connects with people.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like that coming from a real person is
Well,
best.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna play this in 2065 and be like, "Look at what these old
You
people
fool."
thought.
Yeah.
These freaking doofuses."
Yes.
But
Not me. I
but
know
I-
we're cooked. Continue. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
but I have to believe it. And you know,
yeah.
if I'm wrong, I'll deal with it. You know,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out a way forward. We're not gonna self-destruct.
You just
We'll
gotta
be
craft
okay.
your world because AI can't craft worlds yet. You know,
Yeah.
you can't bring someone into an immersive experience of this is the art that I make and this is how it connects to my humanity and this is how it connects to your humanity at the end of the day. And that's why you should listen to me because it'll help you in the entirety of your life.
Yeah.
AI can't do that yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Tomorrow. But
I'm
not.
looking at you and your doubtful ass face.
Maybe we
Yeah.
move
You're
on
like,
to the
I've
next
been
one.
brought into
yeah.